So in today's video, I want to talk about buying an E92 in 2025. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? For me personally, this is not my only car and this is not my daily driver. I have a Volkswagen Jetta 2.5 liter. It's a 2012. That is my daily driver. So I wanted something slightly newer that I could still like break out on the weekends and have some fun and, you know, not be afraid to really put some kilometers on it and like go longer distances and have it be slightly more reliable, which in my opinion, like that's why I ended up opting for an E92 and I went with a 328i because you get the kind of more reliable naturally aspirated N52. I don't have to worry about any sort of the problems that come with 335i's. Based on my research and my experience so far, like this car has been really reliable. It's been great. No issues with it. So that is my perspective, right? Okay, so I'll just jump into pros and cons of owning this car in 2025, okay? Let's start with the pros, okay? Pros, you are getting a lot of car for the money, and these have taken most of the depreciation hit already, okay? They've leveled out fairly well. I don't think they'll be tanking too much in price. This option from factory, based on my research, was like almost 50 grand Canadian. So you're getting like a lot of car for the money. And this example with 65,000 kilometers, I will be fully transparent. I paid $15,950 Canadian, okay? So I don't really know. I think that's around like 11 grand, 10 to 11 grand US. So back in the E92 era, you get hydraulic steering, you get analog gauges. There's no BMW switch to electric steering after this, which does not feel nearly as good as this. Like it almost kind of feels like your power steering is broken or something like that. It's really stiff, but in a good way, in the best way possible. It's like super satisfying. N52, you're getting a naturally aspirated inline six engine, one of the last ones that BMW made. So, you know, it's not the fastest car. It's not a 335 or an M3 or anything, but you know, you get a really torquey, you just get a really peppy engine that will do what you need it to do when you're driving, right? So it feels great. It's just like an absolute pleasure to drive. Other positives, the car is beautiful. I think it's aged extremely well. I mean, I know it looks nothing like a G80 or like anything like these new BMWs, but in my opinion, the car is still a beautiful car. Yeah, especially if you go with an LCI. I mean, I got the updated headlights, updated taillights. This car has the M Sport kit on it, so I think it looks better than half the cars on the road these days, honestly. There's so many Facebook groups, online forums of E92 enthusiasts who have been through every single situation you could Google about this car. You know, everything that comes up, every weird noise, you can Google it, and there's someone on a forum who has experienced the exact same thing and knows how to fix it, okay? So that's unlike a newer car that comes out. It takes time with a newer car for all that information to be available so easily. So that is a pro about this car, okay? You have a lot of support, a lot of groups, especially where I'm from. There's N52 groups, E92 groups that are always selling parts, parting out their cars, you know, there to and they love offering advice, you know, so if you can go on, ask questions, because owners are very passionate about these cars, I find. So you get a lot of good advice and help online. You got to be prepared for maintenance. So that was one of the things I wanted to opt for a 328i, to kind of like leave some room in the budget for maintenance and all that kind of stuff that I know will inevitably come up. You got like the oil, you got like a couple essential gaskets that are almost guaranteed to go on every 3 Series from this generation. All right, so yeah, speaking of that, I mean, age, you know, these cars, like if you're buying a 2007, that's almost a 20-year-old car now. If you're buying a 2013 at the opposite end of the spectrum, that's a 15-year-old car basically, which these things are getting older now, you know? And because of that, you're gonna have to kind of take that into consideration. Like even me finding a super low mileage example It's been sitting, like you can imagine this car has been sitting. I think it put on like 40,000 of those 60,000 kilometers within the first 2 years of its life. And then it's really been like barely driven / sitting in someone's garage for the remainder until I bought it. So I had to do all the maintenance associated with that, right? Some might argue it might even be better finding one with slightly more kilometers, because you know it's been at least driven and like taken care of, like with maintenance and whatnot. So yeah, anyways, if you're the type of guy that doesn't mind that stuff and you have money set aside where you could pay for that stuff and it's all good, then I think these cars are great. You know, especially the N52, which what I got, hopefully shouldn't have that much maintenance I need to do. Of course it'll have maintenance, but like it shouldn't be as, I should be able to hopefully knock some of those key things out and just be able to enjoy the car for a little bit. I think they're a great buy in 2025, but I wouldn't buy it if you are like gonna be spending all your money on this car and like have nothing left in the bank. You gotta have the money in the bank for maintenance. I would not go broke buying an E92 in 2025, okay? So if you're gonna like, if you've just saved up all your money, maybe you're a teenager and you've saved up all your money and like you really want an E92, I would not recommend this car for you, because you're still spending 2025 BMW maintenance prices when it comes to this thing. And there will be things that go wrong. It's inevitable. It's just inevitable. It doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna have issues that pop up and they're gonna be very expensive. Like almost most repairs are like within the thousands for this car, right? Like you need a new set of tires. Here's something with X-Drive, right? You can't just replace one tire if you get a flat. Like you have to replace all four, or else you're gonna get uneven kind of wearing, and it's gonna like mess with your X-Drive system. You know, you could maybe get away with replacing two, but you're not gonna be able to just replace one tire, right? A battery, something as simple as like needing a new battery is like $500 from a BMW dealership, almost anywhere too, like any garage, because batteries like need to be coated in a BMW. You can't just go to Canadian Tire and throw in a random battery. Like you actually have to coat it to the car, you know? BMW, I love it so much, but there's so many stupid things like that that you need to take into consideration when you're buying one of these cars. So, you know, depends on what stage of life you're in, I guess, is my answer to that question. And you're just looking for like a fun car to maybe get a part of a car community or something like that, hell yes, you should buy an E92. They're the greatest car ever made, in my opinion. They're so nice. I love my E92 so much. I think about it when I go to bed every night. I go out every day and stare at the car in the garage. Like I love it so much. So in 2025, yes, look at all these cars around me. Everyone's got an SUV. Everyone is like everyone looks like they're all made out of ticky-tacky, driving the same old boxes. This car has swag. I am driving in a swag mobile right now. Everyone's probably looking at this shit being like, damn, that is a nice E92. I wish I had one of those. Nah, JK, but no, but it really has road presence. It is an attractive car in 2025 standards. It's beautiful, and I don't think you'll regret it if you're just looking for a fun car to drive. But yeah, don't go broke over it though. I don't think it's that worth it. Maybe it is, I don't know. But yeah, that is my final conclusion. Hey guys, we gotta wash off all this salt, so taking it for a quick car wash. Probably gonna wrap the video up there, just a POV driving video. Hope I answered some of your questions, and if you have more questions, please leave a comment below. Let me know what they are. Tried to cover most bases, but I can get into more detail in the comments with you guys if you like. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks a lot, guys. Subscribe to follow along with the journey of the E92. Got lots more videos coming out every Sunday, like I said. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one, so peace.